Just let's try to make this show a bit more, add some levity, because we were getting too intense with martial law here, communists, and silly reports about the pandemic that just confirmed things that we already knew. All right, okay, let's talk about Meghan. Oh, Meghan, what is this? Royal News, UK Royal Watch. I haven't confirmed this myself, but if this is true, okay. Just read that the Archewell Foundation is a founding partner in Ashley Biden's Women's Wellness Hub. Henry and Rachel's blatant disregard for neutrality is an absolute disgrace, and the royal family should strip their title straight away. This mockery has gone far enough. You know that we used to joke a lot about Meghan. We used to joke a lot about Meghan. It was a good run. It was... we did so many things under Meghan's real intentions of becoming a thing, becoming a brand. You remember when I started, I remember it was October 2021. It was over and over again. I made all those videos. We had a lot of fun, but at some point this year I said, no, this is already spent. I need to find one meme that I just lost. I don't know why I can't find it. I think it was Megan Small who asked the question one of these days that what has Meghan Markle done since she left the royal family? And one thing that I know that she did is to help launch the career of dozens of YouTubers. She helped launch the career of dozens of YouTubers. That's for sure. That's for sure. I cannot find it, but that's undeniable. But at some point you realize that how much longer? How much longer can you go? It is enough. It's you can't just go into your Montecito home and call it a day. Maybe wait 2 or 3 years, plan something through, and then come up. Not because of revenge, not because of you want to some kind of payback, not because you hold a grudge against, I don't know, the royal family. Why? Why would you hold a grudge against them? Because you already said, Harry already said that they never said that the royal family was racist, and he had to wait until Queen Elizabeth II, Her late Majesty, died. He waited until Her late Majesty died to say that, to set the record straight. Thank you, Harry. Very, very good what you say. It's like you didn't have enough headlines. You were asking for permission from Meghan to do this. But by the way, I one of the interviews that I'm going to interview none other. I don't want to say things before they happen, but I'm going to have a chat. I'm going to have a chat with, according to tasks. You know that we have shared so many tidbits. We have shared so many things through this moment that we need to sit down and talk about this 3 years covering Meghan, and I hope that that conversation is gonna happen later this month. And I'm going to share this very year. That's going to be fun because yes, it's a lot of things that we have done, and fun is another thing. This is when I say, well, it was a good run, it was nice, we had fun, but we need to just wrap it up because Meghan Markle appoints herself as CEO for American Riviera Orchard after being unable to find candidate. All right, for how long has Meghan been looking for a CEO? It's like 6 months or 1 year. When did she launch American Riviera Orchard? If I remember correctly, it was in February or March of this year when Catherine came forward announcing what her real state regarding cancer was. So Meghan couldn't resist, and she had this semi-project in in draft, she didn't even register it properly, the trademark, and she just released it. She just released the Instagram account, which is losing more and more. You know that most of those might be bots, and on Instagram, nevertheless, from Meta, and that quite never took off. And then we had the Netflix cooking show. Remember the Netflix cooking show stuff? Remember that I broke the news that Meghan was not doing the cooking show at all? That Meghan was complaining of Harry going to all these places for the Polo documentary? That the Polo documentary was going to be way more open, and what we saw in that trailer, that recent trailer, was what Netflix could do with the footage they had, because Meghan did not have control, and Meghan didn't want to do the cooking show because it didn't do well with the test screenings. We could say the focus groups. The focus groups is the name. And worse than that, they did a screen test with Harry for the cooking show. Don't ask me how or why it happened. It did better than Meghan, and that's when Meghan said, "I'm not going to do any cooking show." And that was the last project that Netflix had with Meghan. And American Riviera Horchard was meant to be, connected into that. Okay, you're not gonna have this external sponsors. You're gonna have your own product, and we're gonna help you with that. To some extent. That's what Netflix said. And this is current state of things. Oh, I'm going to appoint myself. This is, I just made a complete summary of what has happened in 2024. Virtually nothing. And at some point in the Royal Rogue, I said, okay, what else can I say? I have, how many times can I do a Harry impression? How many times can I do a Harry impression? It's like unconscious bias and all that stuff. Did Meghan whip Harry? I don't know what the verb whip means in that context. Sudhir Rao, thank you for your super chat. I don't know what you're implying with the. It is a little whip, but they are not in good terms right now. It's obvious in any couple that has struggles because of money, and believe me, the Harkles have struggles because of money. There are struggles natural between them because they are not willing to do the actual work, and ultimately, I don't want to say what's going to happen to them as a couple, because one thing is for certain, no relationship falling down is pretty. I don't wish that upon anybody. I have nothing personal against Meghan or Harry. Maybe at some point in one live stream of the Royal Rogue, I called out Meghan, but it was not a personal thing. It was that she called herself a victim, and she was comparing herself to women who have been actual victims. Okay, so that I remember that was one thing that I step out of the line in that regard. But it's what I was just baffled of how somebody can be so out of touch. And yes, she's getting everything that she deserves and then some, and Harry's getting all that he deserves. And since there's so few things to say about it, if there's not even a CEO to invite to talk about it, it's Meghan herself. No, this is done. This is literally done. We would need levels of drama never seen before to make this worth it. I'm going to still review. I'm talking about them right now. if something happens. What something happened is this. Well, Meghan should just reopen the TIG and maybe try her hand at it. But I don't see anything with them happening anytime soon. And I can understand in many ways because let's say that